Hi guys, it's Kathy. I hope you're doing well. I got the right clip, don't worry. Had the wrong clip at first, but it was an easy fix. Hopefully there's sound. Hopefully the sound doesn't separate. Whatever. You're going to love this guy today. He does a really good job. He's very harsh. Very, very, very harsh. And then I got a second clip. It's the very other end of the spectrum. And you are either going to Okay, I know that some of you will love the second clip. I know you will. I know it made you feel good. Made me feel good. It made me smile the whole time. And then some of you are going to hate it so bad that you have to leave. And that's fine. Listen, if you can't stand the second judge, just go make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or something. OJ will be on soon. All right. But it's really bad. It's really, really, really bad. Of course, I'm going to play it. But first, let's Eric. Let's go to my Eric. Hi, Eric. He says something. I don't know if I got it in this clip or not. I don't know if it's in the footage that I cut out or if it's here. He's doing a bunch of people's dockets today. He's doing like a whole bunch of other courtrooms today because people are on vacation. And he says at one point, he says, yeah, well, people with families, they do things like take vacation, which you can and I wonder if that means we'll have to look and see if he has a ring on his finger. I don't I'm assuming he means he doesn't have kids. I'm assuming this is not gospel. Please don't believe me. But or maybe, they're all grown up and then but he says people who have families, they get to go on vacation. So I'm wondering if he's just not even married. Wouldn't that be something? Anyway, I didn't catch it here. He's in a really good mood today. He's in a really good mood and he laughs a lot later in the docket, which I didn't get. Um, but it's really weird to see him laughing and joking around after what you see here. After what you see him do to these people here. He's laughing and joking around later. But yeah. Yeah, it doesn't go well for everybody today, guys, just so you know. But don't worry. Later on it goes well for everybody.
Concealed. County. Mr. Reed appeared in court here in 4G, I think on the 30th, and or maybe it was the week prior. Was remanded on that outstanding warrant. It wasn't a failure to appear warrant. It just looks like a probable cause warrant had been filed um, for that case to get started out there. He has since appeared and has posted bond. And other matter, his bonds person, I believe, is still on the bond, although the court did issue a warrant. There was a pretrial notification that was filed notifying the court of the new arrest. I would note that the request from pretrial was not to issue a warrant on this case for Mr. Reed's apprehension. He's not a flight risk. He's not trying to evade court or anything.
Yeah,
like
the problem
that.
is he picked up a new second-degree assault.
I understand, though, but those are allegations and they have not been proven. So he is presumed innocent of those charges. So I do think that either modifying the bond or increasing the bond here is simply punishing.
Welcome
Mr.
back,
Reed
Sophie.
for, the
Welcome
fact that
back.
allegations have been filed in the other county. His bonds person, I think, is still on the bond. We don't have a consent to surety right now, but we can certainly get that because we weren't sure what the court's course of action was going to be today. Our request would be to allow Mr. Reed to stay on that previously posted bond amount and not increase it or do any other modifications to the bond at this time.
I get lots of bow ties here. I don't know why.
Well, the problem I have is the point of bond is to make sure people show up to court and don't pick up new charges. And while on my bond, there's been probable cause to found that you committed a new second-degree assault.
Yes, sir.
You know, other courts and other courts don't do this, and I understand that. I understand I'm an outlier, but I also don't get cases with defendants having 5 and 6 cases because I keep staying out on bonds, picking up new cases, especially when they're hurting other people. I am revoking the prior bond, and I'm going to set bond in the amount of $75,000. I will make it a surety bond. I'm going to tell you right now, Mr. Reed, you make that bond and you pick up another case, you will not make my next bond. Do not think that I'm just wagging my tongue at you or waving my finger at you. I mean it 100%. You will not make the next bond. If you make this bond and pick up another crime, you will not make bond and you will be held.
And just to confirm for the record, the bond is being released back to the bondsperson.
Yes.
All right. So the bond.
We're ready to enter pleas today?
No, Your Honor, we had asked to set this matter over at our last court date. I had asked to keep that other arraignment date in place. It's only a couple weeks.
Do we have it? Oh, we set it for the 21st?
Correct.
Okay. Oh, that was when Judge Lunkson. Okay.
Yes.
All right, and I think this is a very serious case. The other case is a very serious case, so we'll be entering pleas on the next date.
Understood. Can I next call number 27, D'Artagnan War?
8 people versus Menchaca, the prosecution.
Justin Hurd for the people.
And Mr. Menchaca is here pro se. This is the end of a review of the end of the deferred judgment and sentencing. A petition to terminate the deferred judgment was filed. There had been no response from the prosecution. Is there one now?
Yes, Your Honor. The people have no objection to termination. It appears Mr. Menchaca has successfully completed his deferred judgment.
And it looks like it was a straight DJ with no permanent plea.
That's correct.
So, Mr. Menchaca, I am going to withdraw your guilty plea to count 1, dismiss the case, and this case is eligible for sealing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're out of here.
Yes, sir.
We should have started the day with that case.
See, he had a deferral. He completed his deferral successfully, and then they sealed his case. Wasn't that heartwarming? Don't get used to it. My coffee's done. I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab my coffee while you guys look at the carnage that happens now.
Should have been the first case. Make things start off nice.
People are prepared to proceed to immediate sentencing.
As is defense.
Go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. In this case, the people would be asking for a long probationary period with some amount of jail up front. Although the level of charges here individually is fairly low, Mr. Lewis's culpability in these situations is incredibly high. Overall, this represents 40 different cases of shoplifting, 33 of which were committed while on bond for the older case here. This is not a victimless crime. It does impact quality of life for the community, the ability of these stores to operate, overall costs for the community. Although not directly attributable to Mr. Lewis, DPD did expend a lot of resources attempting to locate him, particularly on the first case. The detective assigned to that did suffer serious bodily injury pursuing Mr. Lewis because he fell. But this is far more serious, I believe, than the level of charges that we actually see before us. In other circumstances, we might be asking for a prison sentence here, but given kind of the repeat and brazen nature of this, I do believe that it'd be better to see Mr. Lewis under probation supervision for a longer period of time to help try to prevent this from happening in the future, rather than incarceration, which would likely be done much more quickly. And we would ask to reserve restitution for both cases. We are working with the stores, but I'm not clear at this point whether they're going to be claiming any losses or if they had some kind of insurance that cover this.
Under the new statute, what is that? You have 63 days?
Yes,
And then I would have 63 days from the filing of that
correct.
to have the hearing.
Yep.
Appreciate the legislature trying to clarify all the recent case law on restitution and time periods and this, that, and the other. But boy, the way they wrote, it was not very clear to me. Anyhow, Mr. Alpern.
Yeah. Thanks, Judge. I would concur. I do think probation is appropriate here. I think, Mr. Lewis does have some record. I think this is a very distinct.
I honestly don't understand how probation is appropriate. With that level of theft, with $5,000 worth of materials, that keeps stores from hiring people. So one less person has a job. That raises prices. So people who are on fixed incomes now with budget cuts and can afford less, now they can't afford to feed their kids. I'm really having with that type of serial theft, and I mean, just you read the affidavit time after time. Your client just does not care, walks in, grabs stuff, walks out, runs away, gets away. Unless there's an explanation or something, I'm really not understanding how this is a probation case.
I think that for a couple of reasons, Judge. I think what does need to be addressed here is the reasons why. And it was the lifestyle he was living at the time and a drug addiction. I think that's sort of the main reason to sell these things on the street and fuel an addiction. It was also just his own needs. But he's aware that that is not the life he wants to live. He's got a child on the way. He is living with the mother of the child. He would be if he's to be released. He has reached out to a case manager, and the case manager is working on getting resources together to help with the addiction, help make sure that this kind of doesn't happen. He is very employable. He he wants to do anything to be able to repay this money. Warehouse work, fast food work. He just knows that working is going to be essential to his keeping his feet under him. That can also help pay back for this lifestyle and the decisions he was making. He's done 75 days. I think there is a punitive aspect to that sentence of the 75 days.
Is that in both cases?
It's actually 75 on the most recent. There's an additional 12, I believe, on the older case. But I was thinking since that's a county jail. So what is that, 87 on that one? So there's that punitive aspect to it. Again, while he's been in, he's obviously gotten clean, but more importantly, he has done the work to try to set himself up to be more successful when he's released. Probation can monitor that and make sure he's abiding by that. Quite frankly, the 18 months, as Mr. Walton said, is with that time in is going to be pretty nominal. And then just the 1 year parole after that. I think with a probation sentence is going to have more connection and more ability to see this through and make sure he's abiding by his responsibilities.
He's pondering, guys. Leave him alone.
Mr. Lewis, you have the right to tell me anything you'd like me to know.
I would like to say that I'm sorry for what I did. I know I had a rough past in the past, and this time that I've been sitting down, I've just been thinking a lot, you know what I mean, about I got a child on the way, and I just need to change, you know what I mean? It's time, it just hit me, you know what I mean? Like, the lifestyle I was living ain't a lifestyle that I want to pursue, you know, and make everything different.
When we're prepping for,
And I apologize to the stores that I was stealing from. I apologize to those people. I'll never do that again.
when we're prepping for these cases and we read these cases, I put a lot of time, evenings and weekends, prepping cases. And when I do that, I'm doing it, especially when I see a case like this, because this case, I can tell this is drugs, and I know that. I've also been around long enough to know that people are going to say, I'm sorry, that people are going to say, I'm ready to get clean, and people are going to say that this is different. And, ask for probation. So I go back into each and every one of your prior cases and see that you've been given probation. And you worked yourself up into a DOC sentence in your O2 CR matter. You worked yourself into jail sentences on all your misdemeanors. Everybody has been trying to get you clean and stop committing crimes.
Not me. I haven't tried it all.
Years. I realize it's, quote, as people say, just an F6, and it's not much time. But good God almighty, man. 30 various times walking in and stealing places from people. When that, I've said it before, and I'll keep saying it.
It just pisses me off so bad when people do that. I just really hate this crime a lot.
You can have a level of empathy for people with a drug addiction, but you're now out there hurting other people. $5,000 worth of stuff. Mr. Walton's right. This isn't victimless anymore. And part of the reason, I can't help but think, part of the reason you're so willing to do this brazenly is judges don't put people in prison for this because it's just an F6.
Not me. Serious. I wasn't thinking like that. I was serious about it.
I have no pockets, none.
I was just like, man, knowing that, I was like, man, that people ain't playing with me no more. You know what I mean? And it don't matter if it was a misdemeanor. It's still, you know what I mean? I still be like, these people ain't everybody tired of just playing this game. It's been too long. You know what I mean? They're just trying to wake up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Miko. Thanks for making all the ladies feel bad.
How life really is, That's how I feel about it. I feel like I got something to prove,
You said he has 87 days of pre-sentence confinement credit?
That's on the 24 CR case. That's correct. The newer case is 75 days.
Jonah, is that better? I bumped myself way down.
The added aggravator of this is you're on like bond in the one case, and you keep doing it coming into court. Like the one FTA you had was probably because you're getting picked up on the all right. I'm going to split the difference. The best way I know to try to help you succeed and be successful on probation and successfully kill the drug addiction is in 24 CR 6013. I'm sentencing you to 270 days in the county jail. You got credit for 87 days. And the reason I picked that number is I am authorizing the RISE program. I've
Yes.
heard actually good things about the RISE program, that it actually does help people who want to kick the drug addiction and will put you out in a good stead to start probation. And I hope you find that, as your attorney indicated, you're talking to someone out in the community to help you out, to get you stable. This is the best thing I can do to get you off on a good foot. Full reserve restitution, prosecution has 63 days to file restitution in that case. And 25 CR 2275, I'm going to sentence you to 3 years of probation starting today. So any of the credit you're going to be getting is not going to be on this case. You're not being held on this felony case. You're being held and doing a sentence on the misdemeanor case. And I'm doing that on purpose because I don't want you killing another 200 days on the felony case. Because when you come back, I'm sorry, I very much hope you do not come back. I want you to succeed. If you come back, you know you're getting in prison. And you know it's going to be the 18 months. So, you'll have that 75 days, but that is it. Everything else is being charged to the misdemeanor case. So,
What does that work? So if he steals another thing, he's getting 18 months in prison. The judge put all this on the misdemeanor so that he still had all of his felony sentence left for the judge to give him if he messes up. So, oh no. Okay, that's terrible. So this guy knows if he steals another thing, he's getting 18 months in prison. This judge isn't joking. He's going to give him 18 months in prison. He's not going to say, oh, you're getting 18 months in prison. And then this guy comes back and says, well, okay, I'll give you one more chance. No. Eric won't do that. Will that stop him? Will he stop stealing? I'm asking because nothing in this whole world would make my sister stop stealing. Nothing. Everything in the world she thinks is hers to steal. Especially if you really, really, really need it and she doesn't. That's when she steals it the most. So what can they do to make these people stop stealing? 18 months in prison. 2 charges. One is a felony and one is a misdemeanor.
good luck. And we're reserving restitution 63 days in that case as well.
Good program.
She's still my hands then.
Make sure it's a good program at the end. 60 days, and you'll be out on probation.
Okay.
All right, 25 CR 2263, People versus Butler. Entries.
Justin Hurd appearing for Walter Thompson on behalf of the people.
And Brighton Merritt on behalf of Mr. Butler, who appears in custody to my left.
All right, here for appearance on warrant. Looks like bond is.
I stole by accident. Like I have gone out to the car and the eggs where I put, in this very safe spot, I forgot to ring in and things like that. Like I accidents. I know you're talking about the hands getting cut off, but sometimes in a grocery store, accidents do happen, especially when, they're having everybody do it themselves. Not everybody is as skilled as the 14-year-olds that are doing it. A lot of adults have issues where the 14-year-olds can do it easily and quickly. But I wonder, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. The stealing gets me because it, like, even if it's just CVS, we don't know the owner of CVS. It's a corporation. You know what I mean? It's just this company, like YouTube. It's just a company. But the thing is they raise all of the prices of everything in the freaking store for everybody because these idiots are in there stealing shit. So I have to go in and I can't afford anything at, shit, what's a CVS? You go to your, I don't know, do you guys have, like, CVS is a pharmacy, but it's also, you also go in there and you can buy makeup, you can buy medical stuff like Tylenol, you can buy diapers, you can buy soda. There's also other stuff for sale there, jewelry, shampoo, hair dye. It's a pharmacy, so you can get your drugs there, but you can also get other over the counter stuff there. I don't know what you have like that. Chemist. It's a chemist. It's a drugstore. So they walk into the chemists and they steal, the expensive perfume or the Nicorette gum that costs so much, formula, and then everything in the store gets raised. And then I walk in and I can't afford what I need. I can't afford my Tylenol because they raised the prices past what I can afford now. So now I don't have Tylenol. And I have a headache, which I don't. I never get headaches ever. Which makes me cranky, which makes me get in an accident on the way home because this guy tried to pull in front of me at a red light. No, he can't do that. So I ram him as hard as I can. And, he had a painting in the back seat that was worth $50 million, and I destroyed it with my car. And that's what happens when these guys do that. It hurts everybody, especially painters.
It's already been set by Judge Myers, and we need to set an arraignment. How far out do you want the arraignment?
Your Honor, if the court would be amenable, if we could address bonds, do believe we have a good argument.
That whole story is a lie because A, I never get headaches, and B, my car, if you would ever see my car, you would know that nobody pulls in front of me. If it's even close, they wouldn't, because I have zero F's about ramming you. My car is so dented and beat up and falling apart. It's held together by duct tape. So if you want to pull in front of me and get me a new car, I am more than happy to hold my ground. Oh, that sucks, Scott. That sucks.
Go ahead.
Mr. Butler was picked up on a warrant for Adams County case 25 CR 1700 the morning of June 30th, which is the date where he failed to appear in court in 5H. It was not a willing failure to appear. It was because he was in custody on that warrant. The court was notified of him being in custody during the morning docket. In that Adams County case, he was granted a $5,000 PR bond. So we would currently be requesting that his bond in this Denver case be reset to $5,000 PR. Additionally, prior to his most recent arrest, Mr. Butler worked for Dish Network installing satellites. He has stable housing in Denver and additionally takes care of his mom as her primary caregiver. She was recently diagnosed with cancer.
They pulled out the C word. That C word hits hard, and it hits the judge equally as hard in a completely different way. Are you guys ready for this? Pay attention. They just said that his mom was just diagnosed with cancer.
I don't know what to do with that. Mom's home with cancer and he's out taking drugs. If you don't care about your mom, if you're out taking drugs, you don't care about your mom. Don't ask me to. case Judge
Yeah.
Myers has is an eluding case. It's incredibly serious. Your case in Adams is drugs and resisting. I've got no reason to believe that you're going to comply with bonds. I realize it wasn't maybe your intent wasn't to miss court, but it's not much of an excuse for missing court that you're committing new crimes and getting arrested. So I'm not adjusting the bond. I'm going to leave the bond as Judge Myers said it. How far out do you want your arraignment?
If we could set July 18th, that would be great.
Is that available for 5H? I think they were looking at August 1st. No, July 18th. All right. July 18th at 8:30. Judge Myers, we'll see you then.
I can't get Judge Myers and I can't get 5H because Judge Myers does not want to live stream. I love this judge. I do love this judge.
And Your Honor, just speaking with Mr. Butler, there may be a disposition that we can reach today. I'll speak with him in the advisement room and ensure that that is the case. But if the court would be open to recalling this matter later.
Sure.
Thank you.
And DNA. Okay, I'm not a doctor, but the first thing that I thought of was you need
Sir, do you
a
have
nice hot drink.
do you have a case?
Just about to say, we can call Mr. Melendez Ruiz. Number 17 on 4G's docket.
Thank you.
Ruiz I can get,
Set.
and I have, and you've seen him.
'24 CR 7696, People versus Melendez Ruiz. Entries.
Daniel Cohn on behalf of People for Ashley Beck.
Josh Lindell on behalf of Mr. Melendez Ruiz, who appears with me on bond.
I continued this for an extra long amount of time because I was told today that you guys were really close and we were pleading, but there's no paperwork. So are we ready to enter not guilty pleas today?
Your Honor, I sent a counter offer and I believed we would be in a position today. In talking with Ms. Beck, it sounds like she needs some more time to review the counter offer and see if it's appropriate.
Okay, just remember, all of us are telling you to drink something hot to soothe your throat because we have life experience. We are not doctors. But life experience has shown that a nice hot drink might help you right now.
So ideally, we'd be asking to continue, although if the court is ready to enter not guilty pleas, I anticipated we would be done today as well. We can enter those not guilty pleas and proceed. But I do believe this case is going to dispo. We are right there.
That checks out with everything I see from Ms. Beck's notes. She states that this case will resolve. She needs a little more time to amend an offer. She has no objection to a continuance for one final arraignment, but if you want to enter not guilty plea and set for dispo, either way, I think this case is going to resolve.
I've said it before and I'll keep saying it. It's not about what I want. It's about what the case needs. You know, if we're 96.1% the way there, that's fine. Let's get it done. If we're not, then
Reading between the lines, I think we're 96.1% there.
all right, August 4th, on 8:30 or 1:30?
8:30 still work. Yeah, let's do 8:30.
8:30 in the morning, August 4th for continued arraignment. We'll see everyone then.
Do that.
I applied for a job today for a career change. It was for YouTube. It was for a content moderator. One of the people that, if your video gets flagged for, something bad, a human reviews that. But I would have to move to Texas. It's remote. You can work remote. You can work from home. But you have to live in Texas. I don't know why. I think if the job's remote, I should be able to live in Fiji if I want to. But wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be a cool job? I could get the job. I could. I know. With my resume, I could get the job. But it's so freaking hot in Texas. But my family is not in Texas. So that's great. I could move my whole other family down with me and get far away from my other family. And then maybe I would get used to the hot. I don't care about that. But a content reviewer, come on, that would be fun. Oh, I could move in with my coworker and her wife. You know what I have to go through to get these clips for you, Zach? What do you think? You think I get to go through good stuff? No, I get to go through pedophile after pedophile after pedophile to find these clips because there's a shit ton of them every single day. There's never a day off from them. They're there every day. I can move next to Kelly. I'm listening and I hear you guys and you're right. Thank you. Because I don't have self-control. I could have left.
All right. And ready on number 6 on the 5H docket, Mr. Harris.
Nineteen CR 7167. I'm sorry, you said Mr. Harris?
Yes.
I'm sorry, that was the wrong case.
Oh, I would still stream.
Wrong number
Easy.
6. All right, 23 CR 7267, People versus Harris.
Dustin Hurd for the people.
And Brighton Merritt on behalf of Mr. Harris, who appears in custody to my left.
All right, set here today for appearance on
Good girl, Kay.
arrest warrant on a complaint to revoke probation. We'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender. Waive further reading advisal of the complaint.
Do so waive.
How do you want to proceed?
As initial matter, Mr. Harris would like to address bond.
There's a suspended DOC sentence. I'm not granting bond.
Okay.
We can set the matter over for dispo and hearing on complaint. But yeah, and sir, just so you understand, the issue, on a revocation is whether or not you're not entitled to have a bond on a probation revocation.
I follow. I
Yeah.
hear all that.
Okay. So because Judge Myers already suspended DOC, that tells me that probation is not appropriate. So I'm not going to give you a bond, but we will set it within 2 weeks for the disposition and the hearing. And if the hearing is sustained or you admit it, then Judge Myers will go to do the sentencing. If it's dismissed, then you'll be out.
Work for me, man. That's what it's gonna have to be.
You want to enter a denial?
What? Yeah, I ain't done shit.
Okay. Then at this time, we would enter a denial.
All right, we'll set the matter. Does Judge Myers do morning, afternoon dispo hearings, or does he do Monday, Friday? All right, July 18th at 8:30 for a disposition, 1:30 in the afternoon for the hearing on the revocation, on the hearing on the petition to revoke your probation. So Judge Myers will see you on the 18th, and we'll get
That's
this.
the same guy I want to see. It's cool.
Yes, sir. Nice guy, smart guy. So, all right, he'll see you then.
Please, fair. I ain't done shit.
All right, then do we have any others on our docket or anywhere? Until the afternoon.
Right, and I've called his name. He's not been here this morning. Mr. Acosta Doblado.
Subbed, not dubbed. Sorry, I am on team subbed.
That was just the surety matter, but I just wanted to check. He's not here.
All right, then on the 5H docket, I will call number 525 CR 1410, People versus Garcia Monroy. Mr. Garcia has failed to appear, warrant to issue, no bond hold. And that, I think, means we are done with interpreter matters until this afternoon. All right, we can call real fast then. Number 1 on the courts on the 4G docket, 25 CR 887, People versus Acosta Doblado. That matter is set for a show cause hearing. Looks like surety is not present. Desiree Reyes. So we will we'll forfeit the bond, enter judgment. And I guess we already have a warrant with a no bond hold, so we're already set. All right. Counsel.
This is number 7, Mr. Chiarelli.
25 CR 2930, People versus Chiarelli. Entries.
Walsey's for the people.
Josh Lindell on behalf of Mr. Chiarelli, who appears with me in custody.
Oops. All right, set for appearance on arrest warrant. No, we're set for arraignment today, are we? No appearance on warrant.
So yeah, we're set for appearance on warrant. This was just in the PH courtroom. We were informed that Mr. Chiarelli refused, but in speaking to Mr. Chiarelli on that court date, he says he was told by the deputy that his hearing was just rescheduled, and so he was not present. They found a waiver in his absence. I am at this point asking to remand this back to county court so we can have that PH. Now that I've heard from Mr. Chiarelli on this case and understood that he did not intend to refuse court in any way, it seems there was a miscommunication.
Mom, the teacher told us we didn't have to do that homework assignment. We didn't have to. She said that we were okay to not do it, Mom. That's why that one's not done. She said so, Mom.
Well, I don't know if there's a miscommunication or he's just decided to change his mind. Prosecution.
I'm in a similar position, Your Honor. I don't know if the defense knows who this sheriff was, if there was a mix-up. I'm inclined to agree to send it back for the sake of the appellate record, but I do think that the standard is that the defense needs to demonstrate by a preponderance that there was a genuine confusion.
I can supplement briefly. I met with Mr. Chiarelli the day before court.
I can always prove genuine confusion. No matter where I am, no matter what I'm doing, I am genuinely confused.
Discussed that he did want to go to PH. We anticipated asking for a continuance in the morning, but everyone knew we needed to be in court to request that continuance. I was surprised that he wasn't there, but in the middle of docket, there was nothing I could do. But since visiting with him, I know he wants to go to PH.
I think it's these freaking lights. They're so bright. I'm so hot right now. And I'm still going to drink my coffee. Hi, Donald.
Was he in Comcor on the 23 CR 210 matter? That distribution case when he picked up this case?
I believe he was in Concord at that time.
All right, well, bond was set at a no bond hold. I'm going to set bond at $75,000 surety. With GPS monitoring. I am not setting a cash option, given that this is his 7th felony. He was on sentence when he committed this crime. And this case involves a stabbing of 2 people.
Oh my God, he stabbed 2 people. Sheesh. Imagine asking him what he wants for dinner.
What day of the week was it 3G?
3G
Thursdays?
Thursdays. I would ask for 7/24 if possible. I'm already in there.
I would think that's enough time. All right, well, I'll tell you what, we will go ahead and remand it to 3G for July 24th at 8:30 for, what do they set it for, a disposition?
8:30 for status, 1:30 for PH.
Status, 1:30 for PH, but I'm not ruling that he's entitled to a PH. Defense can meet their burden or attempt to meet their burden on the 24th at 8:30 in the morning. I don't know if they put the defendant on the stand for that or how they meet that burden, but they will meet their burden on the 24th with that judge who was the one who was there for the FTA. So really, it's kind of the perfect judge to figure that out.
I think Eric is getting a kick out of this. So again, if you missed it, the other judges are on vacation. So he's taking over their dockets today. Okay? So he's getting all these people come in who he's reading what the other judge had said. So the other judge wrote notes. I told this man if he did this again, I was going to triple his bond or he was going to get jail or blah, 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 blah. And then they did it. And now they're in front of Judge Eric. And some of them he's not giving bond to. The other judge might have. If the other judge wasn't on vacation, I think he's getting a kick out of doing their cases his way. Instead of, or making them figure out the mess that they're in. So like this guy has 7 burglaries and you let him out on a bond and now he burglarized someone else. Okay, we'll bring him back to you so you can decide what to do with him now because you did this. I think he's going to kick out of it.
If there's going to be a preliminary hearing, it would be in the afternoon at 1:30. But bond has already been set, so the county court does not need to deal with the setting of the bond.
Split pea and ham, I bet he would love.
All right, see you when you get back.
Yep, I bet he would love that with a little BLT sandwich.
We've got it on the docket for 7:20. This was
Everybody's being taken in that door today. Everybody's staying in jail today. I want to see someone go out this door. This guy came out of that door, so I don't think he's going. He's not going out this door. KS. Hey, girl. Split pea soup with ham is delicious. It's so good. I wonder how hot it is in prison today.
Yes.
This is Matthew Wickham, number 29 on 4G.
'24 CR 7023, People versus Wickham, Mr. Cohen for the prosecution, Mr. Lindell for Mr. Wickham, who is present in court in custody. He is here on an appearance on a warrant. So he failed to appear. It's like back in May.
Same thing, same thing. It's delicious, isn't it?
For the motions hearings. Are we ready to set trial today?
Your Honor, he picked up a new case. It was going to be my request to set out after the PH, just so we can discuss a global offer on these matters. We were very close.
What's the new case?
It's 25, it's a Denver case, 25 CR 3566. It's charged as aggravated robbery. It's Mr. Walton's case, and I have not had a chance to talk to Mr. Lindell about this, but I will put it on the record that Mr. Walton and I have discussed the matters. We do not foresee a global offer coming in these cases. Based on Mr. Wickham's history, he's going to have to deal with each of those cases independently.
God bless you. My mouth doesn't do that, Linus. I think if you could remove the W, I could probably might be able to.
Looks like Speedy was tolling for 50 days due to the failure to appear. Speedy had been October 1st.
Just calculating the period of a waiver. When you fail to appear, it waives your speedy period. So you still have a speedy trial. Just gonna move.
So speedy trial is now November 20th, 2025.
Is the end SOEP? All right, I got Urton. But how do you pronounce SOEP? SOEP?
How many days do we think trial is on this burglary?
2 days, Your Honor.
2-day trial.
Soup.
Okay, they say it's soup. Urton soup?
About October 28th for trial.
I am already scheduled in a trial that week. Although I will be frank, I don't know who will ultimately be on this case. So
I can accept that date.
That would be lovely, yes.
And that is the Dimitri Goldman matter. I wouldn't be surprised if it pled. So if the court, if that date
Well,
works.
the other date I can do would be November 18th.
That day is better on my calendar. But with 2 days before Speedy, I'd rather take the October 28th, just to give ourselves a little bit of a buffer.
All right, 2 days, standard veneer. To our pretrial conference, October 13th. Everyone needs to be ready for a Monday start in case we get coverage and they prefer a Monday start. Set bond in the amount of $20,000 surety. With electronic monitoring.
Get ready, guys. This is real. This is exactly how to say pea soup in Dutch. Okay? You're learning stuff here.
Soep. Erwtensoep. Lekker.
There we go. Now you have it.
Let's see, the other case is set for when?
When's that set for? July 24th, pardon me, 7/24 for PH.
All right, so if we have July 24th for prelim, we can do we'll also set this case 24/7023 for August 18th. For a dispo and get cases together. If there is a plea, I mean, I guess I don't understand what no global means. I mean,
Essentially,
there's I understand what you're saying and all this, but count one, dismiss count two isn't exactly a global. There's something to be offered.
Sure. And I'm not saying
unless both of these cases are no offer cases, there's something to be offered, which means there's a possibility of a global.
Yeah.
So I'll set it for August 18th. We'll see what happens. We've got the trial date otherwise set in this case.
That's my dad's
If it's not
birthday,
worked out, then
August
we can
18th.
just go ahead and get your not guilty pleas and set the next case for trial two and just get them done. But
and to be clear, we're not saying these are no offer cases, just that each case is going to have an offer that there will not be a 1-for-1 or anything like that.
Okay. All right. See everyone back on August 18th. If you would please bind over the other case for that date, I'd appreciate it. If it doesn't, like if it continues for whatever reason, let us know.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, here we go. Here we go, guys. All right. So we went from the judge saying, I'm setting your bond at $75,000 right now. And if you mess up again, you absolutely will not make bond again. You will not make bond. It will be so high, you will sit and you will wait. If you mess this up, you will not make bond again. That's him. And now we're going to the next clip, which a lot of you are probably going to leave during because it'll be too much for you. It'll just be way, 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 way too much for you. Oh, man. But he made me smile the whole time. So you're watching him.
And remote arraignments. Can everyone hear me?
Don't fall in love because he's just a temporary judge, so I can't get him again, which a lot of you are going to say, thank God.
Okay. I'm going to be creating a breakout room for one matter. I will then rejoin the rest of you. Stand by. Good morning, Mr. Nellums?
Hello.
Good morning. And let's see, who's with you?
My mom.
Hello.
Look at this, though. We're in California, guys. I can't remember where in California. Orange County? We're in California somewhere, guys, and I'm sure he'll say it. Yeah, absolutely.
Mom, what's your name?
Lanice Nellums.
Lanice, nice to meet you. I'm Matthew Kane, and I'm the temporary judge here in this department today. First of all, let me make sure, do you or your son have any objection to my hearing your case this morning?
No, that's fine.
Okay, I see that you completed the Kids in Crime program. Your certificate of completion was filed with the court. Landon, how was that experience for you?
I know it went well.
Okay, good. Well, it appears that you've complied with all the conditions of the order that was made, so I'm going to order this case dismissed. Any objection?
No objections.
All right, congratulations. Drive safely, stay alive, be well, be healthy. Take care, you are excused. Try not to come back. You have better things to do in life than waste time stuck in court, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I thought so. Take care.
Thank you.
You
Greatly
too.
appreciate you.
Of course, bye-bye. All right.
A lot of dismissals are about to happen right in front of your eyes. But this is just traffic court, guys. It's fine.
I could see me.
It gets better. Don't worry.
Oh, there we go.
They named this clip Too Happy. Too Happy.
Okay.
He's awesome. He made me smile the entire time, made me feel good about life.
Punjabi interpreter matter. And the Punjabi interpreter's here. Why don't we call that one?
He's very excited.
We're ready for you.
Looks like it. I don't know who we have, though. Who do we have here? Who do we have for a Punjab?
I can't because Colorado is so freaking. I mean, just it's insanely difficult to get follow-up cases, to get to get information on a case, the only way I would have to contact the courthouse and pay for it and get papers sent here and then tell you about it. It's like in Connecticut, I can just go to a case and look at everything. I can look at everything that was submitted. I can look at everything. In Colorado, oh my gosh, it is so hard. So no, I can't.
The interpreter.
He'll be in jail for a long time. Do not worry. He's going to jail for a very long time. Absolutely, yes. Okay, JK, thank you.
While we sort that out, I'm going to make a brief announcement. Can everyone on WebEx hear the court? Oh. Pause that. I am? Oh, I am. Okay. All right. We're going to keep it that way for a moment. Is Mr. Prismic appearing remotely or in person? Okay. Why don't we bring him in and do that one? I don't think this will take too terribly long. Mr. Prismic? All right, come on in. We're ready for you.
I'm allowed to sit here, right? Or
Yes, no, go ahead. Stay right there. I'm just going to make a brief announcement. Parties on WebEx, please listen up for the following announcement. It applies to you as well as to the party in the courtroom. But just so you know, we do have a party here in the courtroom. I'm going to hear that matter first. It shouldn't take too very long. Before we begin, though, my name is Matthew Kanan. I'm a temporary judge here to preside over the remote arraignments courtroom and Department N2 of the North Justice Center of the Orange County Superior Court and hear your cases today. All of you have a right to have your matter decided by a full-time judicial officer of the court, a judge or commissioner, which I am not. But if you're here in the courtroom or remotely connected at the time I make this announcement and you do not inform me or my courtroom staff that you have an objection, then you are deemed to have stipulated, meaning you've agreed and consented to me hearing and making an order on your case today. As we're here for arraignments and motions, primarily, I will not be deciding guilt or innocence. The purpose of an arraignment is to ensure that you are advised of the charges against you, the potential consequences of a conviction, and to give you an opportunity to enter a plea if you're ready to do so. I will come back to you for those various cases in just a moment. All right, Mr. Prismic?
Yes.
You were, let me go back to your case here for a moment. You were charged with a single count of violating California Vehicle Code Section 22350, allegedly occurring back on September 12th, 2022. You were never previously arraigned or tried. You posted and implicitly or explicitly, I'm not sure, requested bail forfeiture, so the case was closed. The result of which, this was an infraction for which you were not in jeopardy of any carceral sentence at any time. The only consequences were the forfeiture of your bail and a point on your driving record, the negligent operator tracking system, as the DMV calls it. You filed a petition for dismissal pursuant to Penal Code Section 1203.4, and you checked box 2 for felony or misdemeanor conviction with probation granted, but that doesn't apply to you. So I have good news and I have bad news. The bad news is I have to deny your petition without prejudice. Without prejudice means you can refile it if you want to make a different legal argument. The good news, that's the bad news. The good news is this conviction took place September 12th, 2022. This point would only be on your record for another 2 months and 5 days anyway. If you want, I can set aside the plea, rearraign you now, and resentence you now. You might get a small amount of money back if that's what you want to do. But you didn't need to do this. But I mean, you're here, so what can I do to help you?
Yes, I did see the prosecution's point, and I did prepare an amendment, and I have 3 copies.
But Tell me in plain English, what are you asking for the court to do today? What would you really like?
I wanted to dismiss the vehicle code violation. Just wanted to make sure my driving record would be clean and everything. So that's the only, violation for like driving code I have. So, I that was essentially my
If you
objective.
want to keep this off your record, it will set you back. Well, probably depending on how I order it, not cost you much more, maybe nothing more. But if you want to clean up your record, you can do traffic school. Do you know about that?
I am familiar with that.
Have you done traffic school for any other offense within 18 months of this one, within 18 months before or after September 12th, 2022?
No,
You would be eligible.
Oh.
But as I said, this point, a single point count violation only has a 3-year lifespan anyway. So this was about to expire on you. It's 2 months away from expiring anyway. So the question is, most of the time when people are pleading live, newly filed cases, doing traffic school saves them a lot more than it costs them, because that could be 3 years of paying several hundred or thousands of dollars more to insure their cars. You only have it for 2 more months. So do you want to take the pain and save your money? Or do you want to do the traffic violator course, keep this off your record essentially with retroactive effect? I can do that for you now if you want.
Well, when you put it that way, just waiting 2 months, it'll go off my record either way. So and my driving's been pretty good.
I can see that. Thank you. But I can't dismiss this because that would imply that it was wrongly filed to begin with. That's because infraction cases are a little bit different than probation sentences in felony and misdemeanor cases.
Would you like me to withdraw it?
You don't have to do that. I'm just going to order your petition denied without prejudice. I can order this case off calendar, or if you want to make an oral motion to set aside your original plea and change your enter a new plea today, I can resentence you today. You'll get a little bit of money back.
Sure.
Right. Any objection from the people? Okay, we are going to withdraw the guilty plea. Waive reading of the citation and of your rights. Okay. Enter a plea of no contest, correct, sir?
Yes.
You understand you're giving up your right to trial and appeal?
Yes.
Faster in traffic court, huh? A little bit. We're going to impose a reduced fine of $15 plus penalty assessment because of the impending staleness of the point. The defendant's going to decline traffic school, but we're going to order a pro rata bail refund to issue. Let me just check. When you were cited, if your address has changed. Still at Devonshire Road, yeah? Okay. Keep an eye out. You get a check in the mail. If can be as little as a few weeks. If it's more than a few months, come back and see us. It means something went wrong.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. I appreciate it.
Welcome. I appreciate your your effort to correctly use the procedures of the court and advocate for yourself, Mr. Prismic, and as well as your honesty. Continue to drive safely, and hopefully we don't have to see you again. Take care. No, because it's only, yeah. He's already paid, so he's going to get a pro rata refund. Yes. All right. Thank you, Ms. What was your name again? Contini. Sorry, I didn't get your appearance for the record. But thank you for coming down. I thought they were already here. I don't have to make the same announcement so many times. Angel Christian Carriedo, ANE 271367. Mr. Carriedo, if you're ready, why don't you unmute yourself?
Hi, good morning.
Morning, sir. So it looks like you wanted to attend traffic school on this case?
Oh, yeah, I did.
All right. You were not previously arraigned. You just
I had paid for it and all that.
Paid for
and I
it.
was planning to attend it, yeah, but with my schedule, I didn't get a chance to end up going to it.
I think the problem actually is that we need you to enter a plea. Do you waive reading of the citation and of your rights?
Yeah.
Okay. Then let's see here. Has anything been paid? Yes, you paid $280. Thank you. Just to make sure that we have a good, complete record, I would like to take a plea from you today. I assume that you want to plead no contest, which means that you are not fighting any of the charges on this citation. You understand that you will be convicted, but I will give you an opportunity to attend traffic school to keep that conviction confidential, correct?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. You do understand you are waiving the right to trial and appeal by any.
Did you miss Donald's comment? Donald's comment was, this judge's voice is like nails on a chalkboard.
During that plea today, yes?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to impose a reduced fine of $20 plus penalties, and I'm going to give you traffic school. So the new amount you're going to owe is only $207. You're actually going to get about $80 back, okay?
Okay, thank you.
I'm going to give you 90 days from today to do traffic school. Can you complete traffic school by October 6, 2025?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
All right. And so the charge on the citation is that you were doing 45 in a 30. I know that if you're a person of common sense. You look around, you see a lot of people are doing that, but it is against the law, and it's enough that you could get cited like you were. So I'm not saying that you were my most egregious violator I've ever seen, far from it, but it's still unsafe, and it still exposes people around you to increased danger, like in auto against pedestrian collisions. Your car is designed that pedestrians can survive an impact under 30 miles per hour, but once you're going over 45, it could be a lot of broken bones or death for any person who ran in front of your car, even through no fault of your own. So that's what this is all about. Just do the traffic school, slow down a little, and you'll be a happy guy, and you won't have to come back here, okay?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. Is your camera working?
I believe so. I'm on a mobile device. Can you see me now? Can you see me now?
Yes, now I can. So, Mr. De La Cruz, you were arraigned back on June 4th. We set your trial for July 29th, 2025. What can I do for you today?
So I got an appointment after we set the trial date. Got an appointment for a specialist. I'm going to have a procedure, and I've been trying to reschedule with the specialist.
I see.
And unfortunately, the list just keeps growing. So I went back to the courts to see if I could get a different date, because I don't want to miss this procedure that I need done.
Yeah,
but I also don't want to
let's-
miss my court
let's
date.
give you let's give you a new trial date, sir. The only thing is it does have to be on a Tuesday, and I would need you to acknowledge for me for the record that you're waiving time for trial, meaning not requiring that the trial be held within 45 days of your original arraignment, which is your right under Penal Code Section 1382.
Okay.
All right, then. Let's get a new trial date for you. How long do you think you need to recover from the procedure?
At least a couple weeks.
I could give you a date in late August or early September. Would that work for you?
Sure.
Let's, is 9/9 a good day?
That
Can you
works perfect.
Check your calendar for 9/9.
Yeah, it's a Tuesday, 9/9. Got it. So, got it. That'll work.
Okay, trial is continued from, do we need to say advanced and continued, or just continued from 7/29/25 to 9/9/25? Still be at 1:30 p.m. It'll still be in Department N2. And all of the previous conditions remain in full force and effect. Namely, you don't have to post bail, but we could conduct trial in absentia if you don't return. Good luck with your procedure. I wish you a speedy recovery, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes.
Thank you.
He did so declare. Roxy McGee, FUE 000285514. Ms. McGee, you're muted.
Unmute. Okay, there you go.
Hello there.
Hi.
So, Ms. McGee, what can I do for you?
I paid my fine and I also did the traffic school, but I did it on the 16th and it was a few days late or something. And I wanted to see if the judge, if you could possibly grant me some grace here in getting the point taken off of my DMV record.
So you're supposed to do it by 6/9 and you were a week late?
Yeah.
Could you just give me a reason why?
I've just been going through some brain issues. I had to get a bunch of MRIs and stuff because I have clogged arteries in my brain. And I've just been forgetting a lot of things, and that's what.
I am very sorry to hear that, but I hope that you get better. Yes, I'm going to extend your traffic school deadline retroactively from 6/9 to today, 7/7. So you're already completed from 6/16 should count. However, you might need to get the traffic school to resubmit the certificate because I don't see it in the file. Can you contact your traffic school and have them resubmit it?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to put it on the portal, but I do have it right here on my other phone.
Okay, I can't see that, but if you can get a
Okay.
copy of that to us, maybe come see the clerk in person.
Okay.
If you're able to do that. You can do that at any Orange County courthouse. It doesn't have to be here in Fullerton, whichever's
I
closest
live
to
in
you.
Fullerton.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
it's
I
a
live
very
in
pretty
Fullerton.
courthouse. It's in the forest and everything. Come see us.
I know. And one other thing, Your Honor, they billed me twice. She had billed me, it was 252 originally, and then she had tried to put me in for 202 to waive a $50 fee, but they ended up charging me last week for 202 plus the 252. So I was wondering if she said there's something you can do to click that'll refund me the money for whatever one I'm supposed to pay.
Hold on.
Okay.
How odd. So originally the amount due was $504.03. That was your fines, penalties, and traffic school fee, and the court ordered that reduced to $252. It appears that you paid the full $504. Is that correct? Am I reading that correctly? My clerk is checking my math.
Okay.
You might be eligible for a partial refund.
Okay.
Because, yeah, I see that you paid more than you actually had due by about $250.
Okay.
So we're going to order a pro rata refund, okay?
All right, great. Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Ms. McGee, you have a wonderful rest of your day. Drive safely. I hope that they're able to get your blood flow going a little bit better and that you don't have any arterial plaques.
Yeah, I have two main arteries. One's completely closed. They were going to put stents in, but they can't. And the other one, I have a congenital defect where it's very small. So they put me on blood thinners and prayer.
You be very, very careful, okay, Ms. McGee?
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye, thank you.
Let me refresh. Jorge Manuel Castaneda, 7HWB002FY.
A little
Good
faster.
morning, Emeka Madu, parent 977, waive reading, enter plea of not guilty, set for trial.
What day of the week are these set, Your Honor?
These are going to be on Wednesday, and if you want within time, Wednesday 8/20 only has 4 other cases set. If you want to waive time, we can go to any Wednesday in September.
Yeah, so can we have September 17th with a time waiver?
Yes, sir. Trial is set for 9/17/25 at 1:30 p.m. in this department. Please give your client the trial in absentia advisement. OR will be granted.
Thank you.
Is notice waived, Mr. Madhu?
Notice waived.
Nice to make your acquaintance, sir. Have a beautiful rest of your day.
Same here. Take care. Bye.
Consuela Monique Jimenez Perez, 7HWD007R7. Hello, Ms. Perez. How are you?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I had originally turned in paperwork for I no longer own the vehicle that I got pulled over in, and I didn't have insurance at the time because I was getting rid of it. I got rid of it a week after. I submitted paperwork showing that I no longer have the vehicle. So I didn't know what else I was supposed to turn in.
Hold on. I got it. All right.
I do have another vehicle now with my insurance and everything, but at that time in that vehicle that I got pulled over in, I knew I was getting rid of it because it was giving me a lot of complications. So I took everything off.
Was this a conditional guilty plea on your on your proof of insurance from your original arraignment?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Was this a situation where you had a conditional guilty plea on your failure to provide proof of financial responsibility?
No way. This is California. So I do play California sometimes. It's that really funny judge that does the custody cases. You know what I mean? You know who I mean. The real funny judge that I want him to say bye to me at the end of his docket like he does with the other girls. And then the cages, so the 2 there's a jailhouse cage where I show the inmates, and then there's the courthouse with the cage where I show the inmates. I used to show a couple others, but they shut that whole stream down. But no, we haven't seen her because this is California and nobody plays California.
Charge?
It was for the insurance.
Yes. Okay. And so you have proof of insurance for your new ride?
Yes.
Can you show it to me? Alrighty, looks good to me. We're going to change count 2 to a proof of correction dismissal. The clerk's going to update the amount you owe. I'm going to give you a little extension of time. You haven't made any payments yet, have you?
No.
So you just owe $50, no penalty assessment now. Can you pay that within the next 2 weeks?
I could pay it by Thursday.
Excellent. Well, I'm giving you till July 21st. You've got 2 weeks.
Okay.
Okay? And you can do that.
Thank you.
You know how to pay, or do you need me to explain?
I'll just go to the clerk's office and pay.
You got it. And then once you do that, the case is closed. Thank you for keeping your car insured and registered. Good luck to you, Ms. Perez.
Thank you so much.
721. And it's all reduced to 50 plus now because she has proof of correction for everything. Miguel Anthony Quiroga, ANE296510.
Yes, Your Honor.
Hello, sir. You want to extend your time to do traffic school?
Yes, sir. I already paid my ticket, and I was trying to pay at the clerk to do traffic school, but they said I had to talk to you to see if I have to do traffic school, and I just would not like to get a point.
Let's see. It appears that you were eligible.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to order traffic school. You have 90 days from today to do it, October 6th, 2025. There's going to be a $54 fee added onto your citation. Can you pay that within 30 days of today, by August 6th, 2025, or make a new payment plan?
Yes, sir, I can pay by.
Awesome. Then go do your traffic school. Thank you, Mr. Quiroga.
All right, thank you, sir.
Lucine Velusco, RS 20368. Hello, Ms. Verduzco. How are you?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What can I do for you?
So, I went and I had gotten a ticket and I paid it and I paid for traffic school, and then I went to sign up for traffic school, but there's an error in my name. So when I went back to the court, well, to the office, to let them know, they said that I had to see a judge, that only you could correct it.
Have you done traffic school yet or no?
Not yet, because the name was different. So I wanted to make sure that my name is Lucia, not Lucen.
Okay. Defendant's name is. Last name is spelled correctly?
Yes, everything's correct except for the A that ends in my name. It's written as a N, and I'm sure it was just a typo, but
I've made a note. We are updating it, and I'm going to give you 90 days from today to finish traffic school. New deadline,
okay.
10/6/2025. Okay?
Can we just give a shout out to the camera and the audio in this courtroom? I think we're in Orange County. I really think we're in Orange County, but I'm not. We could be in Sacramento, but I don't think we are.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Wait a second. Wait.
Wait.
This is a 21655.5 sub B. You don't get a point on your license for this. You don't need to do traffic school.
Oh, you're the best. Thank you.
So we're going to vacate the prior traffic school order. Now, I'm not saying go commit more violations.
No.
Follow the law, but also should you have a momentary lapse of reason or luck, you have saved your joker, and you will have traffic school available to you should you need it. But we are going to update the record with your correct name. I'm looking at the original citation, and that handwriting, you can't tell if it's an A, an N, a V, or an X. I don't know what it is.
I agree. I looked at it and I was like, oh, I could see why they wrote an N, but
it's
an
a
A.
0 point. There's two common charges involving the carpool and HOV reserved lanes. One does have a point. The other doesn't. They both have the same fine. The one that has a point is crossing the solid line illegally. You get a point for that. It's the same fine, but no point.
Force a habit. Force a habit. Get in with the babies in the back, and that day I didn't have them. So force a habit. That's all it was.
Goodness me. Well, don't forget where your babies are. Bye, Ms. Verduzco. Have a nice day.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Bye-bye. Have a good day.
Case is closed. Off calendar. Mia Angel Quintana Vega, 7HTT 00158H. Oh, do we need to call the Mandarin case? Yeah. Okay, and we're ready? All right, which one is that?
Some people are going to notice something during the Mandarin case, okay? So, how we say how we fill in gaps in our speech, in English, we use things like that. Well, in Mandarin, they use the word that. Well, it means that. That's what it means, that. I don't know what his name is. Well, the word that in Mandarin could be construed as highly offensive in English. So you may hear some highly offensive words, but that's not what they're saying. It's just not what they're saying. They're just saying that. So relax. That's their language, okay? So here we go.
Sorry, Ms. Quintana Vega, you need to wait one moment. I'm going to call Gaoyan Han, ANE 285050. Madam Interpreter and Defendant, I think, are both muted.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Certified Mandarin Interpreter, badge number 301046. My oath is on file. 法官现在要处理的是这个韩高银先生的案子。
Mr. Han, you first of all, I am a temporary judge. Do you have any objection to my hearing your case?
那么第一件事是韩先生，因为今天主审您的案子的他是一位临时的法官，所以法官想知道一下韩先生对于有一位临时法官来审理您的案子，您有没有任何反对的意见？
没有。
I'm fine with that.
Okay. Second, I want to let you know we have 2 violations here that were alleged on this citation from January 30th.
那么第二件事情呢，是法官必须要告知您，就是在1月30号开出来的这张罚单上哦，这个警官他列出来有2条
both involving the
违反交通规则的
registration
这个罪名。
both involving the registration of a imported vehicle, it looks like.
那么这2条罪名都跟您的车子的登记证有关系。
And what I want you to know is if you have proof of correction, then it will greatly reduce the amount that you would have to pay.
那么如果说您能够证明说您这辆车子现在已经登记了的话，那么您的这个罚金可以降低很多。
我的车现在已经处理了，就是已经报废了。
Well, I already disposed of the vehicle.
Oh, I see. Can you show me a receipt or bill of sale or your pink slip for that?
能不能麻烦你
Linus. Linus, can you show me the receipts?
您就是如果车子卖掉的话，您的车子的这个卖掉的这个收据，或者是您如果报废的收据，可不可以给法官看一下？
可以的，可以的。
Of course, of course.
咱那个，我可不可以给你发张照片吗？
And if you could also tell me the date of the sale?
那么请您告诉法官，就是您车子处理掉的那个日期是哪一天？
稍等。
Just 1 second.
Okay.
他是卖给了一个加州的拆车商，我们只
Yo, don't yell. Relax. He's so nice. Where's Hawaiian Breeze when we need them?
直接就是卖给了那个拆车商。
It was sold to a dealer in California.
Dismantle it.
Dismantle it?
Oh, dismantle it. Do you have the, did you get a receipt?
那么您有没有拿到一张收据？
拿到了。
Yes.
All right, and you're going to show that to me?
那么您收据给我看一下好吗？
I can send that on the Zoom. I can send that digital version on Zoom.
Not necessary.
Okay.
You can take that away. Thank you.
好，可以，谢谢。
All right, Mr. Han, here's what we're going to do.
那么韩先生，法官现在这样子。
As long as you do not wish to contest the charges.
那么您对于这个警官他所列的这2条罪名，如果说您不打算抗辩的话
，Count 1 will be a proof of correction.
那么第1条呢，法官他就算您是已经这个正式登记了。
And count 2 will be dismissed in the interest of justice.
那么第2条呢，为了公平正义起见，法官给您第2条他给您撤掉了。
You will owe a total of $25 no penalty assessment.
那么总共呢，就是请您付法院25块钱一个手续费，没有任何的罚金。
谢谢，好 ，OK。
Thank you.
And I will give you, can you pay that within 2 weeks by July 21st, 2025?
那么2个星期的时间，在今年的7月21号之前把这个25块钱付掉，可以吗？
我怎么付？
How do I pay it?
You have a few options. One,
有好几个付的方法。
Pay online through the court's website.
您可以通过法院的网站在网上付款。
Number 2, you can mail a check to the court with your case number on it.
那么第2个方法，您可以开一张支票，把您的这个罚单的号码写在您的支票上，然后把这张支票呢寄到法院来。
Because those get lost in the mail.
因为有的时候这个支票太多了，法院搞不清楚，所以一定要把罚单的号码写上去。
Or you can come in person to any Orange County courthouse.
那么当然也很欢迎您来到这个城县的任何一间法院，您如果当面在出纳那儿缴款也可以。
And you can pay with cash or check or credit card at the traffic clerk window.
那么您到了出纳的那个窗口的时候，您可以付现金，你可以用信用卡，您可以用这个借账卡，任何方式付款都可以。
可以问一个问题吗？
May I ask a question?
Yes, go ahead.
当然，请问。
那个就是那个支票的抬头写什么？
Who should I address the check to?
If you're paying by check, pay to Orange County Superior Court.
那么抬头麻烦您写 Orange County Superior Court.
I heard it 17 times so far, and it's Orange County. Now we know.
And just make sure you write that case number, ANE 285-050, legibly on the check memo, so that we know what to apply it to.
然后您记得在那个
Oh my God, Kimby is here. Hi, Kimby. Hello.
支票的左下角，它有一个那个注记栏哦，在那一栏麻烦您把您的暗号写上 ANE 285-050，这样我们才知道这张支票是支付这张罚款的，这张罚单的，好吗？
我可以再跟您确认一下啊。
Can I double check with you？ 您说。
这个我可以写，就是 Superior Court of California County of Orange， 这个是全名，就是我支票付给这个地址是对的，是吧？就刚才。
So I can it's payable to Superior Court of California County of Orange. That would be the full name. Is that correct?
That will work as well.
没错。
然后咱们那个
支票就写这个，然后把这个写上去就行。好了，知道了。
Okay, I see.
写支票，我直接搁这上网站上付就行了。写支票完以后，它又很慢。
不是他的那个 OC Pay， 他 OC Pay 那个地方他不搞不定的。还有一个问题。
Yo, watch it with that. Yes, that's exactly what it is.
就是他那个 OC Pay number， 我通过网站去支付的时候，他那个网站没有状态，就是我支付的时候，他这个 OC Pay number 一写进去，他不让我进行支付，我不知道为什么。现在就是说这个案子因为更新了，就是法庭这边更新了，我们现在去网上支付是不是可以？现在？
I have tried to pay online before and I input the OC pay number. However, I was not allowed to access. But now that I would imagine this hearing has updated the website, would we be able to access using our OC pay number?
That I don't know. But my clerk says as soon as the minutes are updated, then yes, you should be able to do so. So you can try this afternoon.
法院的书记员说啊，麻烦您给这个法院一点时间。如果今天下午他会更新这个网页，您可以再试试看，可能可以网站上付款，您就省得跑一趟了。
好的。
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Han. Thank you for your honesty and diligence. You are excused. Have a nice day.
那么韩先生非常感谢您，那么谢谢您处理这个案子。
Thank you, Judge. Thank you. You have a nice day too.
而且非常诚实的告诉法官您处理的这个经过，法官非常感谢您，谢谢您跟法院的配合，希望您今天呢过得非常的愉快跟顺利。
还有最后一个问题。
One last question, please.
Yes, go ahead.
请说。
Okay. 那个支票地址我寄到哪
？What address should I put it on the envelope if I mail a check?
Should we have him send it here or to Central? All right. 1275
1275
North Berkeley, Fullerton, California, 92832.
92832.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Ms. Hong, thank you so much for translating. Could you just broadcast to the rest of the gallery if anybody else needs a Mandarin interpreter to let us know now before we release you?
It's my pleasure, Your Honor. 请问一下各位在座还有没有哪一位需要中文普通话翻译的？麻烦举个手好吗？
All right, seeing no answer, I'm going to excuse Ms. Hong with my great thanks. Ms. Hong, have a nice day.
Thank you, Your Honor. It's my pleasure.
Brian Isaac Flores, RS13683.
Thank you. Good morning, Your Honor. William Daly, 977A. We would waive reading the citation, enter not guilty, and waive time for trial.
Hello, Mr. Daly. Nice to see you. With the time waiver, I can give you any Tuesday in September. Do you have a preference?
Did we get the last Tuesday in September?
That would be the 30th. Trial is set for 9/30/2025 at 1:30 p.m. in this department. OR is granted. Please give your client the trial in absentia advisement. Is notice waived?
Notice waived, Your Honor. Have a lovely day.
All right. Bye, Mr. Daly. Mia Angel Quintana Vega, 7HTD0015H.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Ms. Quintana Vega, good morning. What can I do for you?
I had my arraignment, scheduled for 6/29, I think. But then you said something about sustaining a demur, and then there was something not right with my file, and then you guys gave the officer 10 days to refile everything correctly, and if not, that it would
Yep.
get dismissed or something.
It says Mr. Ginsburg did it, but I think it was me. I don't know. Whoever did it, I think they're right. And I'm reviewing. No amended complaint has been filed by a prosecutor of competent jurisdiction. I am dismissing this case pursuant to the prior order. Ms. Quintana Vega, you are excused. You win. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
care.
Have a nice day. Thank you, Your Honor.
Do we have any other interpreters ready to go?
I wish. I do
Yes. Is that Manjinder Singh?
This is going to hurt
All
everybody.
Good morning.
This is going to hurt everybody's feelings. Here we go.
Good morning. Who do I have here for a Punjabi interpreter? Let me get the defendant first.
No needed.
Manjinder Singh?
Yes, good morning.
Welcome. And Madam Interpreter?
Good morning, Your Honor. Yupati Madan, registration number 749996, interpreter for Punjabi, Hindi, Urdu, Thai, federal and state courts. Today assisting with Punjabi oath on file. The interpreter just heard the defendant say that the defendant does not need the interpreter.
All right, we're going to have you on standby for a moment.
Yes, Your Honor.
And she's registered, then we don't need to swear, do we?
No, she's not registered.
Oh, Ms. Sorry, one more time, your name? Ms.
Yupati Madan, last name Madan, Your Honor. Yes, I'm federally certified, but state, yes, you would not need to.
We're going to administer the oath just in case we need you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you solemnly swear that you will interpret the English language into the Punjabi language and the Punjabi language into the English language to the best of your ability? So help you God.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Is that the most California dressed court clerk you've ever seen in your life, or what?
All right. Mr. Singh, you were charged with deviating from the truck route in Brea. The maximum fine for this offense is $100 plus penalties if you are found guilty. Do you have any questions for me regarding either the citation or your rights?
Yes.
What can I do for you?
I just want to make sure, clarify the ticket is for truck road is overweight.
Essentially the same thing. There are designated routes which vehicles over a certain weight must avoid unless there is no other way to your final destination in certain municipalities, including Brea. So the difference is there are specific charges relating, as a commercial driver, the maximum amount of weight per axle and the maximum amount of weight for certain routes. This is not about the truck itself being over the maximum loading limits, but it's the local limit for the roads within this municipality. That's what they're saying. I don't know what actually happened or if you're guilty or innocent, but that's the charge.
Can I go first, sir?
Yes.
Okay. The reason they pulled me over, when soon I make a right turn on Lambra Road, and there was a truck road, and my weight was legal. And then officer told me he was here supposed to be after 6 a.m. But in my time, the truck show was I was there 6:05, and that's the reason I get the pullover for the ticket. And where he pulled me over From there, even less than mile, there's a warehouse where I have to deliver that load.
The citation says it was issued at 5:52 a.m. So if the restriction ended at 6 a.m., you're a few minutes early. Now, if you're saying that the time on the citation is wrong, then you might not be guilty of this offense. So what I can do is I can set the case for trial, and we will issue a subpoena to the citing officer, Officer Darnell, and he or she will need to come here and give evidence. Is that what you would like to do?
Yes, but the thing is, in my truck dashboard showing me like 6:05 the time. I show the officers too, but he say your time and my time is 5-6 minutes different. I say okay. I don't say anything after that, and he cited me for the ticket. But
I understand. I understand completely, but that's not something that I can resolve. The whose clock is more accurate. That's something that we can only resolve at a trial.
Okay.
So, would you like your trial within 45 days of today, or would you prefer a later date?
Yes, sir. I will do it because I'm okay with any. The Monday is okay or not? Any Monday?
Let me give you one other thing. And Mr. Singh, I'll just give you one other option if you want to not have to come back to court, but close this case.
Oh,
if you can just,
I want to go to court. I want to go. I would get a speeding ticket every day because I would go in and he would make me smile and he would start my day off so lovely. I would get a speeding ticket every day.
just show me that your clock now is set to the same time as mine, I would treat this as a proof of correction dismissal. And instead of facing up to $100 plus penalties, you just have to pay $25 no penalty assessment. $25.
I know my time is 10:14.
And so is mine. So you want a proof of correction dismissal for this?
Yes.
Okay, $25. Can you pay within 14 days?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I think that was a good decision. Please pay
Thank
by
you.
July 21st, okay?
Thank you. The reason I say it because I make only like from that load $50. I spend like 3 days on the road. That's why I was unhappy with that.
And over 8 minutes, even if you were guilty, I don't think you deserve to have the book thrown at you. All right, Mr. Singh, you're excused. Have a nice day. And
Thank you, sir.
Madam Interpreter, thank you so much for coming. Do you want to just broadcast and ask if anybody else needs a Punjabi interpreter before we let you go?
Yes, Your Honor. I do 4 languages. I will announce in those languages if that's okay with the court. Na ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਲੋੜ ਹੈ ਜੀ ਦੁਪਾਸ਼ੇ ਦੀ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਦੁਪਾਸ਼ੇ ਦੀ ਮਿਖਾਈ ਤੋਂ ਕਾਲਾภาษาไทยอีกไหมคะकिसी को चाहिए अगर किसी को अनुवाद चाहिए हिंदी में या उर्दू में तो बता दें.
We're getting no answer. Ms. Madan, thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you, Your Honor. Pleasure.
That was only 3. Or she said 3 sentences in Punjab, and I assumed they were 3 different languages because I have no way of knowing. None. Oh, I'm so sad, guys. First we get that great judge, and we can't get him no more. Oh, God, he was so good. And now this guy, and we can't get him no more. I'm so sad. I need to stop. I need to go back to judges that we can get every single day. But I couldn't not. And you know what? How often do you see me do a traffic docket? I don't even know why. He wasn't even on when I started recording this traffic docket in Orange County. It was, I don't think I have it. Wait, I want to show you. If I have it, I'm going to show you. Can't remember what computer I was on. No, it wasn't on this computer. It was on another computer. So I can't show you. It was some boring lady, which she has one great part. Like this guy said, this cop said it was a fix-it ticket. And if you're in California, that means something. You know what that means. I don't. So apparently a fix-it ticket is they give you a ticket for your your license plate being obstructed or no insurance or whatever. And if you go in and show them proof, they will just dismiss the ticket. And that's what she did almost the whole docket. They showed her insurance, registration, the license plate isn't covered anymore, whatever, and dismissed, or at most $25. And then lots of people get to go to traffic court and get their points just taken away. So fix-it tickets was the whole first part of this docket, and it was boring. It really was. And I don't know why I recorded it. I don't, because I don't have time to waste on a boring courtroom. I have to quick turn it off and keep going. But I left it on because it was California. We hardly ever get California. And this judge walked in and I said, "Yes, sir." Yes, sir. And I knew that he would be way too bubbly for some people, especially since we did 45 minutes of him. That's a lot of bubbliness to take in one shot. But made me smile the whole time. He made me smile his whole docket. I watched his whole docket and it was like 5 hours long. I hope you don't have pants on. I hope you're doing it right. And he's over. Darn it. Okay. It's fine, guys. It's fine. There's other judges out there. Relax. Just relax and be happy. Be happy. Be grateful with what we have, not what we don't have. Okay? All right? I'm going to get more for tomorrow. Don't worry. I'm going to get a different judge. I'm going to get a brand new judge for tomorrow. I promise you. It's going to be from Colorado. Oh, guys, guess what? Remember, JK reminded me. Right? Was JK? Yes. Today, we get that. Can't remember who in Saber's courtroom. It's a pro se trial in Saber's courtroom. That's today. That's in 2 hours. So I'm going to start OJ, guys. But the second I get back from dropping my daughter off, I have got to stop OJ because I got to get this trial. It's very important because it's going to be great. It's going to be epic. Get a ticket, you fix. So yeah, you can, I mean, we do that here a little bit. I think we're more stricter here in Lancaster. Like they don't like fixing it. If you like, and they're right. Okay. If you are on the road without insurance, that's a bad thing. I mean, it just is. If you hit someone, if you get in an accident and you don't have insurance, especially if they get injured, that is a bad thing for everyone. So they're not very nice to people who don't have insurance, and I agree with I agree with that. If you're going to have a car, you should have it insured, or you shouldn't be driving it. All right, time to go. Time to start OJ. I'm already late. I said I was going to start it 2 minutes ago. I really had a great stream with you guys today. You guys are so awesome. It's the chat that makes this stream. Imagine just sitting here watching this video with no chat. We couldn't do it. It would not be the same. So you guys are really court vibes, all of you. And I don't know how to say how much I appreciate y'all. I hope you guys have a great Tuesday. I will see you again real soon. I'm going to put a 10-minute video out of one of his clips. I don't know which one, or one of the first judge's clips. I don't know which one. So you've already seen it. So if since you've already seen it, you don't have to click on the 10-minute video. If you do, though, please watch to the end. Because if you stop it before the end, then YouTube stops showing it to other people. So either don't watch it because you know you've already seen it, or watch it to the end, but don't do the middle one. And I'm going to get out a Best of the Mess episode today. Another 10-minute clip of one of my old archive videos that, hardly anybody in the world has ever seen, but they're so good. So I had put one out today of this judge, and nobody watched it. It's got like 200 views because YouTube isn't pushing it out to other people. But we're gonna fix that. We're gonna fix that. Have a great day, guys. See you soon. Bye.
Kathy's life echoes digital dreams. Through the screen, her blue eyes gleam. Wicked humor, sharp as a knife. Her stream sparks electric light. Late night when the world sleeps, she's the friend that always keeps. Giggles roll like thunder loud. She stands out in any crowd. Kathy's laugh cuts through the gloom. Eyes blue like a summer's bloom. Her humor dark and twisted sharp. In a wake, there's no alarm. Dreaming tales late into the night. Her laughter feels just right. Even when my world turns gray, with a giggle, she lights the way. Her eyes hear a sky so blue. In her jokes, there's a truth so true. With each stream, she brings the light. Turns dark days into bright. Kathy's laugh cuts through the gloom. Eyes blue like a summer's bloom. Her humor dark and twisted sharp. In a wake, there's no alarm. Streaming tales late into the night. Her laughter feels just right. Even when my world turns gray, with a giggle, she lights the way. Kathy's laugh